So this is part 2 of cell suspension culture. Okay, now we are going to see the presentation or presentation which I have prepared. This presentation is very useful and it can be used even as a note for the final semester end examination. Now, if we look at the introduction. So plant tissue culture is defined as the collection of experimental methods of growing plant cells, tissues and organs in artificially prepared nutrient media, static or liquid under the aseptic condition. So now here we have our static or liquid. Okay, you know what is tissue culture. Tissue culture is generally meant to grow plant tissue under in vitro condition. Okay, it is also referred to as micropropagation, that we have also covered. It was introduced by Gottlieb Haberland. He is known as a father of the tissue culture. This is all the basics that you already know. The basic key used in plant tissue culture is the totipotency of cell. You also know what is totipotency. Okay, how a single cell is capable of producing whole plant under in vitro condition. Okay, with this character, plant tissue culture is used to produce a genetically identical plants, that is clones. So now tissue culture is used to produce a clones. It is one of its best applications. Now what is cell suspension culture? The cell suspension culture is also called as a plant cell culture, is a system for production of fine chemicals. Okay, the culture of tissues and cells, cell cultured in liquid nutrient medium, producing a suspension of single cell or cell clumps. So now definition of cell culture is that if we cultivate a cell culture cells under liquid conditions, it will lead to the formation of single cell and cell clumps in liquid medium. So this is known as a cell suspension culture, and its major application is production of various chemicals that we will see in next slides. Okay, so the cell culture is a primary route for the studying plant cell secondary metabolism. So please note that there are very fine, very important plant secondary metabolites that can be easily produced under using cell suspension culture. Okay, so most of these secondary metabolites have very vast application in medical fields. Okay, the cell suspension culture requires optimization of cell line, the cultivation of media and bioreactor system. So we will discuss this later. Now here is a diagram of cell suspension culture. We know that the callusing. Okay, callus is an unorganized mass of cells which is generally formed on solid media. Okay, we form a callus, then we transfer this callus into the liquid medium, and in liquid medium we agitate it. So we shake this callus. So when we shake this callus is generally fragile. It will lead to the disintegration of callus mass and it will form cell clumps. And the newly growing cell starts new cells start growing inside a liquid media, which lead to the formation of suspension. We have a callus, we have a clear liquid media. We add callus in liquid media, it starts growing, and when we provide agitation, then this liquid media is what we get converted into the cell suspension. Now cell suspension media is filtered. So when we filter this cell suspension media, then we get a clump of cells. Now we again centrifuge it 3 times, and then we get a mass of cells. We count the total cell count and we transfer these fine individual cells into the next media. Okay, and this next media, the cell grows, they may form embryo, and this embryo is used to generate a whole plant. Okay, in this matter, this is a general procedure of cell suspension culture. Now there are two basic types or two basic methods by which we can optimize cell suspension culture. Number one is a batch culture, and second is number two is a continuous culture. Okay, now we are going to discuss each and individual culture. Okay, so I will end this video, and then in third video I will go for the these types in detail.